What's up YouTube, GV Tracer again up for another day. Today's December 11th and I just took a pretty huge win on my topstep accounts, and I also took a W on my alpha accounts last night. So I'll go over those trades right now. So first I'll go over the alpha trade that I took. So as you can see, my drawn liquidity was this little new day opening gap. Previous daily high, we got this daily lows, which was the FOMC candle right here, and also previous daily lows. So going into the market, we ended up having making like a new day opening gap right here. Basically, I wanted us to fill this new day opening gap and maybe target the highs, but that never happened. We pretty much inversed this 50-minute gap, and then we also had this 50-minute bearish gap as well that we respected. Even though we're in this hourly gap, I was looking at the 50-minute at this time. So I went down to the 5-minute candle, and we also had this 5-minute gap as well. So at this point, I was just looking for a continuation to the downside. So basically, I entered off of this candle here. I was going for a 1 to 2, so I was only risking 500 in this trade. I think my stop loss was right here. So it's 4, so I would say like around here. 40 points? Let me see, because I was going for a 1 to 2. I was trying to risk this guy here. Yeah, 25,574, so around here. 450. Should be a 1 to 2 right here. So like I said, I mean, I did put my stop loss just a little bit higher just to give me some leeway, just in case it retraces back into this gap, but it never did. So as you can see, this trade took quite a bit. Took like, so I entered at 740. This trade ended at around 9:30. So almost 2 hours, I would say. So that's my main trade for the alpha accounts. At this point, I only need about, I think like $50 or $100 in order for me to request a payout, because I'm currently in like my consistency percentage right now is at about 41%. So I need to make very little on my next trade. So hopefully tonight, and then we'll request that payout. And it's gonna be a max payout as well, so that'd be nice. Anyways, this is my trade for the alphas. And it seems like we also took out the new day opening gap just now at market close. So my main target would be this guy here, which is the daily gap, and maybe the previous daily high as well, but we'll see, since I only need $50 anyway. So that's it for the alphas. I guess I might as well put $60. I think I only need 50 or 60, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's go over the topstep accounts. I mean the topstep trades. So for this one, I went for pretty much a reversal, I would say. Like, I don't usually do reversals, but this was so free in my opinion. Let me go over why. So we took out the lows as well last night, the previous daily low. We also took out some of these lows from before, from a couple days ago. Actually from last week, December 2nd. And I was thinking maybe we can also take this low as well, but we didn't. We somehow edged it. So at this one, my main target would be the same targets from the alpha accounts, which was the, let me see, the new day opening gap, which got filled just now. But let me put a line here somewhere. Where is it anyway? Somewhere here. So annoying. Where is it? December 10th. Yeah, right here. Main targets. And also Asia highs. It's right here. So those are our main targets. So yeah, I got on the top step accounts at around 10 o'clock. So I went back at it again. I looked at the charts, and I saw that we were trying to somehow make a reversal at this point. Basically, my first entry was this guy here. So we etched the lows down here. And if we're not gonna take this, and then I guess we might as well go back up and take some of the highs and make a retracement basically. So my first trade was this one here. I was actually at the 1 minute chart, and I was looking at ES at the same time since I was home, I wasn't at work, so I was able to look at ES at this time as well. But let me go over what's somewhere here, yeah, right here, 10 o'clock. I believe I entered right here, this guy here, because I was waiting for the inverse. I think this one. And my stop loss was this one right here. So 40-point stop loss. You risk like 7 micros. As you can see, we made an SMT right here with ES. I believe it's this, yes. Let me go over ES. I'm pretty sure we did make an SMT. That's why I entered off of that SMT and also the sweep of the previous daily low. So right here, see? Made an SMT with ES, and I just waited for more confirmation before I entered. So right here, SMT. As you can see, we did make a bullish move after that. I mean, I can also go into the 5 minute, and it's gonna be much more clearer instead of looking at this chop right here. But I entered off the 1 minute. There, see the SMT right there. And obviously, I was going for the newly opening gap. Actually, I wasn't really targeting Asia highs, but I did have it as a target. So I was going for like a 128R. I went break even when we hit this high right here, the previous daily low. So I went break even on this trade after we took the previous daily low again. And I got break even at around 1 o'clock. I was playing video games, so I was pretty much up throughout the whole night. So I got break even on that trade, and then I took another trade after that, and that's how I got the $2,000 win. So after this, I waited for more confirmation if we're gonna go back up again. So yeah, we did. I waited for an inverse, which is this. No, not this one. This one or this one here. It was this one here because I was a little. So you can see the candle here. I like the wick right there, and I put my same stop loss, which is at the SMTs, and my take profit was still the same, new day opening gap. So this is more of a 1 to 4, but I was still risking the same. I was still risking 7 micros, and I pretty much just held this overnight. So this was around 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock I re-entered, let her run. I was definitely in drawdown for quite a bit, but it seems like this area here was a pretty good support level. So woke up in profit. I think I was up like 2.5k, so I pretty much just I pretty much just trailed my stops somewhere here. That's how I got the 2,000 win. Should be like a 1 to 4 actually. Somehow 1 to 2. Because I know I got stopped out at the 8:30. The 8:30 news. So right here. Oh yeah, right there. When we made that news. So 1 to 2 then. So that's how my first trade went, and then I also traded during NY session. And I only risked very little since I was already up like 2,000 that trade. So for this trade, main target was the Asia lows, which was this guy. And we actually edged it, so that's why I pretty much just closed my position right about here. But I'll show you what my entry was. So let's go 930. At this point, I was just looking for a continuation to the downside again. So as you can see, we had this really strong move to the downside at 930 open. We made this gap as well. So basically, where I entered off for this candle here. And my stop loss was pretty high, like right above here, the gap. I almost got stopped out. But I was only risking like very little, like let's say like 250, 200. Yeah, my main target profit here was this guy here, the Asia lows. So I took profit around here, I'd say. I got 1 to 2 somewhere here. So I was risking like 250. And that's how I made my 500 extra, or 400. I guess 200 each, I would say. So yeah, that's my second trade for the day. I thought it was pretty nice setup. Since we already took the data highs and lows, and we were also displacing downwards. So that's yeah, I went for a continuation trade for the second one. Yeah, up pretty big right now on the top step. At this point, I only need to make 2 150 trades in the next 2 days, and then I can request the payout again. So we'll see how I do on those. If I do end up securing those trades, this will be another like 10K a month for me. So we'll see. Hopefully we get that trade secured tonight with the alphas, so I can secure the payout. And for this one, I just need 2 more trades. Very small winning days. I need just 150. So, but yeah, that's it. See you guys tomorrow again. Peace out.